That night, before my grandmother passed, I was the only one left in her bedroom. I thought she wanted to give me some final instructions, but instead, she pulled out an old jar from under her bed. "Dog tears," she said. "If you rub them on your eyelids, you can see things people aren't meant to see." I took the jar, about to ask why, but she suddenly grabbed my hand tightly. "I know, Chenna. Something has entered our home." No one could explain her illness. About 7 days ago, she started acting strange. At first, she kept complaining about cold bones, like her old arthritis was flaring up. But it was the middle of summer. We thought it was just weakness. Within 2 days, she became more and more frightened. At night, she'd wake up suddenly, saying she could hear breathing right beside her pillow, like something cold was lying next to her. Not long after, she grew paranoid. Whenever strangers came near, her cloudy eyes would suddenly tighten, and a low, eerie chuckle would crawl out of her throat. After that, she became bedridden, barely holding on to life. 2 days ago, though, she seemed better. She even got out of bed, walked around the house a few times, smiling strangely, saying heaven had finally shown mercy. But tonight, everything changed. She suddenly grew cold again. Luckily, my father got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom and noticed something was wrong. By the time the whole family gathered, Grandma was already unconscious. My father complained from the side, "You know she's sensitive to cold. Why leave the window open?" My mother snapped back, "Now is not the time for that." I stood there, shifting nervously. Dad said when he found her, the window was slightly open. Cold wind pouring in from outside. Grandma's face was pale green, her fingers purple, her whole body trembling under the blanket. Suddenly she lifted her head and squinted at me. For some reason, a chill ran down my spine. The way she looked at me felt wrong. "Chenna," she rasped. You all?" My mother hurried forward. "What is it?" Grandma waved her off weakly. "Chenna is here. You all leave." My parents exchanged looks, hesitated, then slowly stood up. My mother nodded. "All right, talk to your grandson." Then she turned to me. "Stay with her for a bit." Before I could say anything, the door closed behind them. Grandma motioned me closer. I had just taken 2 steps when she suddenly flipped over. The bed shook violently. Her thin arm stretched out, reaching under the bed. A scraping metal sound echoed. There was something hidden down there. She pulled out a copper jar covered in green rust, clearly very old. Her trembling hands held it out to me. "Chenna, this is for you." I opened the lid. A foul, sour smell hit my nose. "Grandma, what is this?" To my shock, she smiled, strangely. "Dog tears." I frowned, confused. She let out a dry chuckle. "Put a little on your eyelids, and you'll see what people can't see." The moment she finished those words, my entire body went cold. "What people can't see?" I clenched the jar tightly. "Grandma, why are you giving me this?" Suddenly, she grabbed my arm hard, her sharp nails digging into my skin. She pulled me close, her pitch-black eyes wide open. "Chenna, I suspect something has entered our home." My scream died in my throat. My heart pounded violently. "Look at me. This isn't just a cold." Her meaning was clear. Something had possessed her. "After you use it, look carefully. If you see black smoke coming off someone, that means something is attached to them. That's its resentment." She tightened her grip even more. "Chenna, remember this. What I'm telling you today, you must not let anyone else know. And also," before she could finish, a dry, piercing creak suddenly tore through the silence. The bedroom door behind me slowly opened by itself. Her grip loosened, my body tensed. I turned my neck stiffly. Through the crack in the door, the living room light was off. Only endless darkness remained. My throat went dry. "Dad, Mum, is that you?" No response. I tiptoed toward the door. The wooden floor creaked under my steps. Reaching it, I slowly pulled the door open wider and peeked out. In the darkness, two faint reflections suddenly pierced my eyes. When I saw clearly, my blood rushed to my head. It was my parents. Their pitch-black eyes stared straight at me. They didn't move. They made no sound, like two lifeless wax figures standing in the night. A suffocating pressure crept out from the darkness. At the same time, they spoke. "Chenna, come out." I swallowed hard. My scalp tingled. "Yeah, Grandma's done talking." My voice trembled uncontrollably. You can come in now." Footsteps echoed, but something was wrong. Their footsteps were perfectly synchronized, precise, mechanical, identical, like they were made from the same mold. The door opened. They slowly emerged from the darkness. My father walked to Grandma's bed and bent down. "Mom, are you feeling better?" The moment his fingers touched her wrist, he jerked back like he'd been stabbed. "What? Why is she so cold?" My mother stepped forward. Her stiff fingers reached under Grandma's nose. She froze, then slowly looked up at my father, her eyes filled with confusion and fear. No breathing. My father didn't believe it, or maybe he didn't want to. He reached out again, checking desperately, faster and faster, until suddenly his body trembled violently. His voice broke, rising in panic.